Hey there. It is only 8 weeks until Christmas, which hopefully means that you're going to be hiring some new people to work in your store, some extra hands, some people on the floor, maybe some people in your warehouse picking and packing, but hopefully you're getting more people on board. Now, I'm going to link in the show notes to a video that I did about how to hire for the holidays like a boss to help you find the right people. But today I want to talk to you about why money isn't actually the key to getting more people. Money isn't the key to getting better people or getting better staff. Money is the key to getting more people, but not the key to getting the best people. Now, I see time and time again retailers complaining that they're paying above award wages, or they're paying their staff really, really well, but they're just they're apathetic, they're not doing their job, they're not doing what I told them to do, all this kind of stuff. And it can be really frustrating as a retailer because you feel like, hey, I'm paying you good money and you are not bringing me my return on investment. Now, I've seen firsthand what working in any workplace, but in a retail store, is like when your community of staff have not bought in to your staff values, to your team values, to your brand values. Now, this probably sounds a little bit HR, like a little bit woo-woo. Sal, hey, I pay someone, they're supposed to turn up, they're supposed to do their job. And if that is the way you're thinking, I want to tell you a little bit about how it works in business when you're a great employer, when you love the people who work for you, when you love what you do and they love coming to work. So this all kind of starts with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, I remember that I learned this in university when I did my business degree, and I remember thinking at the time, okay, yeah, food, shelter, blah, blah, blah. But then when they moved into this, it kind of made sense. I could see where they were going with. And I have to admit, there's not an awful lot I took away from that business degree, but this is one that has always stuck with me, because I am all for customer experience. I am all for brand experience. And that brand experience is not just on the shop floor. It's not just when you send your parcels out. That brand experience is within your team and your frontline professionals. So if you are not familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, let me just quickly go through them and see what resonates with you. What do you think about these? So the first one is the really basic stuff. He calls them physiological needs, and this is getting paid, having a stable job. So knowing that you can come to work, you can get paid. That's number one. You guys are probably meeting that. And most retailers and most businesses hopefully get that one down pat. The next one is security. So this is a stable environment emotionally and also physically. And it comes with things like, in Australia we have superannuation, maybe your pension, work and knowing that it's a safe place. As I said, physically, you're not going to get hurt, but also emotionally, you're not going to get hurt. And the fact that you know that when you turn up, it's going to be fair. And number three is, it's this really weird esoteric term called belongingness. And this is all about social acceptance. This is about knowing that there is some friendships, there's cooperation, there is, this community. And this is the one that I love. I love number three, belongingness, because this is when you build a really great feeling, a really great community within your store. This is like the next level. So number one, physiological needs, and number two, security needs. They're kind of the basics. But number three is something that a lot of retail stores and a lot of businesses just don't have, this community that is on board with where they're going and what they're doing. And this is kind of next level, and this is the thing that will move your business up. So there's actually five steps on the hierarchy. So number three is belongingness, and number four is esteem. So having a really good self-image and some respect, some recognition. Maybe we use this through job titles such as, project manager or sales, sales team leader. So, we're talking things here that make people feel a little bit puffed up about themselves, a nice place to come to work, and jobs that make them feel really good about themselves. So number 4 is esteem, and number 5 is a little bit woo-woo. It is called self-actualization. And this is a sense of achievement within themselves. And we do this through giving them autonomy and giving them challenging tasks and giving them reasons to learn things on the job so that they actually become a little bit of an expert within themselves. So they're the five steps. And I remember thinking when I learned this, wow, that if you get to that point in a job where you're excited and you feel really proud of yourself when you've achieved something and you're always learning, why wouldn't you want to come to work? But unfortunately, a lot of business owners just feel like if you pay someone, they should do their job. And hey, maybe they will and maybe they won't. But if you can move to this next level, if you can build the community, if you can give people autonomy and you can give them challenge and you can give them a sense of fulfillment at the end of the day, that they've gone home and they've done a really good job and they're proud of their achievements, those are the things that keep people coming back time and time again. Those are the things that make people proud to say where they work. And when that happens, when you get to that point, your team are so good at just embodying your brand values. That's what I like to call them. They're so good at embodying them that your customers are drawn to you. Your customers will spend more, that your customers will want to come back again and again because they want to be part of that vibe. That's a good way of putting it. I hadn't really thought about it, but you go into some stores and they do have a vibe and you can't manufacture that. People try, big businesses try to manufacture that. But if you actually have that in your independent store, that is a reason for people to come back again and again. So have a think about that as you go forward in the holidays, in this holiday time, and you're probably looking at bringing some people on. Think about that. I think in HR they call it workplace culture. I really don't like that word. Think about that community that your store has or that your brand has, and how you can have your customers buy into that, but more importantly, how you can have your team buy into that. Because money, it's only going to settle, it's only going to satisfy those first couple of levels. The other stuff is down to you as the business owner to create and to build. Now, everybody has had a superpower. You've probably heard me say that before. And it is your job as the business owner to find out what each and every team member's superpower is. And then it's up to you to work out how you can use it for the good of your brand and to nurture that person and to encourage that person to be confident. And the first thing that comes to mind is people who are great at taking photos. What can we do? Can we give them some social media tasks? That's just a bit of an example, and that's usually the first one that comes to mind for me. But that saying, when you pay peanuts, you get monkeys? I feel like they missed out the next part of that. I feel like it should be, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, and your store is going to end up feeling like a zoo. So I hope that Maslow and his hierarchy of needs, and me coming in at this point of the year when hiring is probably on your agenda, make you think about that workplace culture and community, as I like to call it, and maybe think about how you can give your team a little bit of autonomy, give them a little bit of respect, and help them take back, some of that self-confidence and build that self-confidence for them. Have a fantastic week, and until next week, be profitable. Bye.